Hey there, heroes. Ekajoti with League of Awesomeness. Today, I am bringing you a sequence, a simple sequence, and a pretty short sequence for releasing shoulder, neck, upper back tension. This is a really common request that I get in my classes and one-on-one, so I'm bringing you the sequence today. So sit back, relax, be in your body, and enjoy. So beginning in a simple cross-legged posture, half lotus if you wish, or whatever else, we're going to start to roll the shoulders 5 times in one direction, 5 times in the opposite direction, and really feel the sits bones are grounded, you're solid in your base, but also lifting through the spine. So the spine starts to really lengthen right through the top of the head, even as you start to warm up the shoulder joints. And now moving into a simple cow and cat to open the spine, arching open on an inhale, rounding on an exhale. Inhale, tilting the tailbone back, shoulder blades come together. Exhale, tucking the tailbone, shoulder blades move apart. Taking it one or two more times, warming up the spine, starting to wake things up. And now we're going to target between the shoulder blades. So on an inhale, you're going to take the arms wide, as if you were about to give a very big embrace. And on the exhale, bring the right arm over the left arm. Embrace yourself as deeply as possible. See if you can grab those shoulder blades, actually feel them, lifting through the head, and then draw the chin towards your chest. Round, C-curve the spine just a little bit, especially in the upper back, and take deep, full breaths. Send the inhale between the shoulder blades. The upper back and between the shoulder blades is very hard to get to sometimes. So we create a bound posture, and then we breathe like a balloon expanding from the inside into that space between the shoulder blades. Finishing that, coming upright, and then just rocking side to side. Keep breathing deeply as you do this, especially the inhale will feel very interesting, help to open things up there. And again, we'll inhale, opening, take a counter stretch, interlace the fingers behind the back, inhale, arch open the chest, heart space is open, exhale, leading with the sternum, forward fold. You're keeping the spine long here. You're not working to get the head towards the belly, you're working to get the sternum towards the ground. Using the arms behind you as a leverage point. Just a short counter stretch there. And then we're going to take this embrace with the left arm on top now. Inhaling, nice and open. Left arm on top, deep embrace. Inhale, lift through the head. Set up. Exhale, chin drops in. Rounding through the upper back. And 3 to 5 deep breaths between the shoulder blades. Sometimes I use this image or idea of angioplasty of inserting a little inflatable balloon into a space that's otherwise tight or closed down and inflating from the inside. This is the power of breath in an asana. Finishing up, and again rocking side to side. Continue breathing deeply as you do this. Inhale wide, counter stretch again, interlace behind the back, have the other thumb on top this time, just for the sake of it. Inhale, lift the chest, exhale, forward fold. And again, work deep into that counter stretch. Stretch here underneath armpits, up into shoulders, around bicep and tricep area. Back upright. Alright, so that was the first kind of main sequence there. Let's go into the second main sequence. Again, beginning by opening that wide embrace. Exhale, right arm over left. Embrace yourself, just like we set up before. This time coming up through eagle arms. With eagle arms, we want to bring 3 points here. Shoulders drop, elbows lift, and the front edge of the hands come forward. All 3 of those are happening at once. Then, tuck the chin, round through the upper back, and send those 3 to 5 deep breaths again, like a balloon inflating from the inside. This time, though, we're also starting to work the stretch over the shoulders, down the upper arms. Finishing that, we're going to come from eagle arm to archer arm. The arm on the inside straightens. The arm on the outside draws that arrow across the body. Notice the chest, hips, shoulders are squared forward. And if it feels good, bring your gaze over that right shoulder. And as you practice, being really tuned into the feedback your body is giving you, or the proprioception, so that you know how to adjust the asana to meet you where you're at. And here comes the counter stretch. Right arm reaches around and behind to find the left hip crease. Left hand embraces the right hand. Right shoulder draws down and away from the right ear. Bring the left ear towards the left shoulder. Nice stretch over the right side of the neck, and then start to roll the head gently back and forth. So this stretch is especially through the right shoulder and right side of the neck, but you're giving nice rotations to open up the whole area of shoulder and neck. Coming back through center after a few head rolls, release the bind, and take a few cow-cats just to reset the spine, find center again. And we're going to take this sequence on the other side now. Inhale, big embrace. Exhale, left arm over right. Inhale, eagle arms. Exhale, drop the shoulders, lift the elbows, and bring the front edge of the hands forward, away from your face. And as you do that, feel that intensifying stretch between the shoulder blades. Drop the chin in, round through the upper back, and breathe deeply. Once again, expanding the peak of the inhale, right? The top of the inhale, expanding between the shoulder blades. It is definitely a skill to learn and to develop how to breathe this way. Be patient with yourself. And again into archer, left arm straightens as the arrow, right arm draws the arrow across, shoulders stay squared forward, and we bring the gaze, if it feels okay in the cervical vertebrae, across the left shoulder. Breathing deeply, again, listening to that proprioceptive feedback, body feedback. Deepening that conversation between your awareness and the body information. And again, taking counter stretch, left arm reaches around to find the right hip crease, embracing the right hand, drawing that left shoulder down as the right ear moves over to the right shoulder, and then again, taking those nice, gentle head rolls. Synchronizing breath with movement to bring the practice deeper. And please, please remember to tap into the sweetness of your practice, that direct, raw experience of the aliveness that you're waking up. This is a huge dimension of your practice. Please remember it. And coming back up through center, we're going to come back through neutral head and neck, and then release the bind. Take cow and cat one more time. And this finishes the second sequence. So moving into the third sequence, bring the right arm out and down at about a 45-degree angle. You're going to have to play with this angle for yourself until you start to feel the tingly feedback of nerve stretch. That's what we're working towards here, nerve stretch. At the same time, you're going to bring your left ear towards your left shoulder to intensify that stretch. You're working towards feeling a deep nerve stretch from shoulder and neck all the way down the arm to the tips of the fingers. So continue to play with that angle, continue to extend right through the fingertips, and then slowly we're going to rotate the shoulder, arm, and palm upwards. This will typically intensify that nerve stretch. So breathe, be patient, ride with it. Now drawing the fingertips towards your right hip. Press down through the palm, keep the same alignment through the arm. Front of the wrist and front of the palm pushing down. You can either stay here, this can be very intense, so be patient, or you can let the left hand reach and find the right hip crease. Intensify that spinal twist, look over your left shoulder, feel noble, feel present. It's a very noble expression through the chest and shoulders and face. Breathing here. And we're going to take a counter stretch with the right arm, gently releasing the right hand, and draw it across your body, taking that full spinal twist. Again, the left hand can be in that right hip crease, lifting through the spine and head, and releasing back through neutral. We'll take cow and cat again, inhaling, arching, exhaling, rounding. Just a little bit of a reset for the spine. And we'll take this sequence on the other side. Left arm extends, again about a 45-degree angle, nice and strong, reaching. Find that angle for you. where you start to get the tingly nerve stretch, and then bring the right ear towards the right shoulder. Notice the head is not extremely craned over to the right, it's just a gentle extension. And then turning the arm and palm face up to intensify the stretch. Continuing to breathe deeply through the whole side, the whole left side, from ear all the way to fingertips. And then drawing fingertips in towards your left hip, pushing down through the front of the left wrist and palm, keeping that same alignment with the arm. And again, if you wish, you can take that half bind at the left hip crease, creating a gentle spinal twist as you stay grounded through the left wrist, reaching and looking over the right shoulder, noble, open, sending deep, unrushed breath through that whole left side of neck, shoulder, arm, wrist, and palm. And again, a counter stretch for the left arm, reach it across to the right thigh, and take a full spinal twist here. Just a few moments, a breath or two, and then back through neutral, cow and cat to reset the spine. And this finishes our third sequence. And for the beginning of the fourth sequence, reach behind you and find the strap that was magically placed there. Hold it out in front of you, hands extending right from the wrists, not breaking up or down, but straight forward, shoulders relaxed. Take a full exhale. Then inhale, strap comes up right above the head. Exhale, the strap comes behind you about 25%. Kind of at an angle behind you. Inhale back through center. Exhale forward. Inhale, lift again. Exhale, come back a little bit farther, closer to 50% behind you. Notice how the hands are not breaking up or down here. Inhale up and then exhale forward again. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop in even farther. About 75%. Inhale back over the head. Exhale forward. So you're getting the rhythm here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop it all the way down now until the strap reaches your lower back. Good. Inhale. And exhale down. I'm going to do one more thing. Inhale to where it was most intense for you. So for me, it was around that 25% mark. Stay there and breathe into it and push the hands, push the knuckles out and back behind you to deepen that. And then we're going to take it from one side, staying along that plane, whatever the most intense plane was for you. Take it side to side with an inhale. Exhale back through center. This stretch feels so good if you do it right. Inhale again. Exhale back through center. Once more, inhaling and lengthening, especially right through the armpit area. Exhale back through center and release. Very good. And just taking a counter stretch embrace here. Gentle, soft counter stretch. Shaking it out, loving up the shoulders. So this was our fourth sequence. Now, fifth sequence. Huzzah! This sequence is a great warm-up to downward dog or any forearm asana or balancing. You're going to come onto your hands and knees and then have the strap looped at exactly the shoulder width distance. And you can find that by doing what I'm doing, finding the upper arms. That length is how long you want the loop to be. The shoulders are internally rotated. Make sure you have enough length so you can drop the sits bones back, and the palms are facing up in level 1. Make sure the palms are up here. Keeping the shoulders internally rotated, elbows moving towards each other, drop the sits bones back towards the heels. This may be a very intense stretch for you, so again, being patient and breathing. Level 2, the hands are going to rotate, palms down. Don't let that be an excuse for your shoulders to externally rotate. Keep them internally rotated, elbows moving towards each other. Don't cheat here. Now, if that's feeling good and you're feeling adventurous, take it into level 3, tucking the toes, lifting through the legs, butt up in the air. I'm keeping my knees bent to really be able to extend through my sits bones as I drop my head back towards my knees. Whatever level you're at, take at least 5 breaths here. Be patient. So that's the end of our fourth sequence. Then we're going to hop it through to a seated pose for our final sequence. Bring your arms up, palms facing forward. Humerus bones are still drawn into the shoulders, so you're not over pushing through the palms. On an inhale, you're going to bring the shoulder blades together. Elbows do not bend. On the exhale, bring the shoulder blades apart. This is called scapular movement. Inhale, draw shoulder blades together. Exhale, bring them apart. The arms can cross on the exhale if you wish. Inhale, shoulder blades come together. Exhale, apart. This is level 1 of this practice. Level 2, you're going to come into a supported high plank. The alignment and mechanics are the same. This is just more intense as a strength practice. So inhaling, shoulder blades come together. Exhaling, shoulder blades round away from each other. You see how much movement you can have there. And if that's feeling good, you can take it to level 3, full high plank. Inhale, dropping in, shoulder blades come together. Exhaling, lifting out. Make sure to keep the core lifted in here as you go through plank. So whichever level you're at, make sure to do 5 to 7 of these inhale, exhale movements. And then finishing up by coming back to a simple seated pose. We're just going to take a moment to appreciate the fruits of your practice, feeling and appreciating the beneficial impact of this technology in your body.